cool. Now I can... Oh. Hat.
Get your head on.
I need my hat.
Put your earballs on.
I need my hat. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Sandy's Tavern podcast. I am your host, Kevin, and as per usual, we have the wonderful, the beautiful, there is no comparison, except maybe to a summer's day. Kristin!
That is like the best intro you've given me in a while.
Yay!
It's not like copy paste, which they're very nice. They're always very pleasant, but that was lovely.
I just now, every time I do these intros, I just think of the Elvis Baby Got Back.
Oh yeah, that was pretty solid.
Because baby, you got back.
Oh, I sure do. I got a shelf.
Yeah.
So when my ex used to live together, there was one time in our den, the couch doesn't have as much like back support,
right?
Just by its design. So I
don't know where this is going, but I'm intrigued.
So we were watching TV, and I put a pillow behind my back just for like support, just for the buffer, because it's so far away from where my butt sits. Anyway, so I put it behind me for back support. So when we were done, I get up and to grab stuff to go upstairs, your empty can of pop and whatever.
Sure.
And Daryl goes, honey, you have something there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, the pillow's stuck on your butt.
Oh, wow.
Like, it literally was stuck on my ass because it was a shelf, and my pillow just sat on my ass. And so I call it the shelf because it literally was sitting on my butt.
If you ever need somebody to sleep on that, let me know.
I know. It's amazing. I was like...
I'm good with that. Because
I had started working out, so it did lift a little bit, which is part of the reason why the shelf was, like, predominant more than usual, too. So it was like, And so it's just like... And now I have a shelf.
See, I'm a little bit jealous because all I've got is back and crack. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm a big guy, so that's just embarrassing is what it is.
Well, I always feel bad when people have, like, the washboard butt. My cousin has that. But at least, I'm sure naked they're fine. It's just in jeans, it's not, it's like...
Yeah, I got, like, a Hank Hill butt. Yeah.
Oh, what?
A Hank Hill?
Oh! Totally didn't
Bobby.
hear that right. I was like, a what?
What did you hear?
Something about a kiln.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, yeah, that's not... Because that would be round, right?
I'm sure.
I don't... I forgot what a kiln is.
I'll go with that. I don't
know. It was a hybrid between that and Kill Bill, and I was like, it wasn't either of those things, I'm pretty sure.
It was not.
No.
Yeah. Anyway. So, we are at that time of year here in Minnesota, especially this area that we're at, where all the festivities start to bloom.
Bloom.
Yeah. This is the time of year after we're getting kind of out of the major heat and humidity of Minnesota, and we all have basically 3 weeks to a month to really party. And this is that time of year because we've got all the county fairs going on.
Yeah. Yep.
We got the state fair coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Renaissance Festival coming up.
Yeah, I think Renfest isn't from today when we record. It's 2 weeks away, and I think state fair is like 3.5 or
something like that.
Yeah.
So we thought we would take today and discuss some of our favorite little festivals like that.
Don't you know there?
Don't you know there? Oh yeah. Like the Fargo Wood Chipper Festival.
Oh my god.
No,
that's so bad.
It's like up on the Equipment Hill there in the State Fair, they got the wood chippers,
Oh my god. Well, it was funny. So totally sidebar since we're doing Minnesota talk. So I'm training a new bingo caller at my other venue, and her O's are so Minnesotan.
Oh.
Literally, 62. I was like,
wow.
holy crap! I lost it! Because every other number really, letter and number, it's not predominant, but any O anything with a 2, it was just gold. 62. And I was like, holy crap. Because you don't really hear it when she talks, normal speak, and I was like that. And so, she called, the last half of the show. So people just kept periodically laughing because it would just hit them again at some point. They'd be like, ha, 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 ha. The whole time you could hear him like mimicking her, and he took it in stride.
Yeah, that's kind of good though, because it gets the crowd engaged at least.
Yeah, it was just so funny. Oh, 62. Like,
well,
oh my god.
I figured we'd kind of start off. Have you ever been to any of the county fairs? At any
I know
point?
I have, but I don't remember because it was way too long ago.
See, we used to go as when I was especially a kid. I grew up around, for the first part of my life, in the Grand Rapids area.
Sure.
And my mom would take me and my brothers every year to the Itasca State Fair.
Oh, okay.
And absolutely, I would rather do that than the State Fair.
Than the big one? Yeah, I feel like it's like different strokes for different folks, you know? Like sometimes people like the smaller stuff.
Yeah.
So you get like the experience of it, but you don't get like the depth.
Can you say that one more time? Sometimes they like the smaller stuff. I would really like that recorded again.
They kind of like the smaller stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna hold you to that.
They like the smaller stuff.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know, because like when Annie and I went over to Decorah to do like the wrestling thing, and like we also went to Topple and Goliath, but we drove by their little fair. That was ironically that weekend also, but it wasn't like currently open because it was too early in the morning.
Right.
But we drove by it and I was like, oh my god, John Michael Montgomery is playing tonight.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I didn't even know he still performed. Like, I was a total like John Michael Montgomery fan for a while.
Doing the fair circuit.
Yeah, it just gave me a hoot. I was like, oh my gosh, I actually know that person. Like in the sense of like artist-wise. I was like, hey, it's someone I've heard of.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to this year, but I think next year I'm gonna take a weekend off and head up to Grand Rapids and go to the Itasca State Fair just out of sheer nostalgia, if nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, I also like to. I used to compete in Stockyard Days in New Brighton.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of cute too, because then you have like the food trucks, the beer wagon. You know, you have the playground that's already there, and so that's always. I feel like that's like true small town.
Yeah.
Like kind of like our Penn Fest is true small town kind of a feel. So I just feel like there are definitely different options out there. I think Stockyard Days is the 11th, 12th, and 13th of August this year. Super cool stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
see,
they do a cute show too.
I've always been there's kind of layers too, because then you've got like carnivals that a city will put on. Mm-hmm. Then you've got county fair. Then you got the state fair.
Yeah.
You know,
like Richfield used to do a really good carnival for 4th of July.
For 4th of July.
Yeah.
They used to set one up in the old Southtown parking lot way.
Oh,
back
I remember
in the
that
day.
too. I remember going in the haunted house in there once, and I went in with like 2 friends of mine, right? But I was like younger, and so like we went in maybe like, I don't know, 10 feet or something, and I freaked out and I wanted to run back out, so I turned around, tried to get back out, but the door locks from the outside.
Oh.
So I'm sitting there banging on it, just freaking out, going, I gotta get out of here! And no one fucking came in, and I was just like, ah! And I couldn't go forward, my friends were gone, and I was just like, I came out of there when someone finally came in to go into the haunted house, just ran out of there crying. I was like, I gotta get out! It was so bad.
I can't believe I'm about to tell this story, but I'm going to. So I was about 10 years old, 9, 10, and we lived at what's now, was it Concierge?
Yes.
But it used to be Century Court Apartments.
Yeah, and that's located in Richfield.
Yeah, and literally right across the freeway in Southtown parking lot, they put up a little carnival. Well, at about 10 years old, I had a bit of stomach issues. Where they thought it might have been a bowel obstruction.
Oh, wow.
But they wanted to make sure, because I wasn't pooping.
Yeah.
So my dad, in his infinite wisdom,
oh dear God,
made me drink a whole bottle of prune juice.
Oh no.
And then handed me $10 and sent me to the carnival.
Why?
To ride the Tilt-A-Whirl.
Oh my God, no.
So I'm 10 years old. I'm happy as a clam. I'm going to the carnival. I get on the Tilt-A-Whirl. And sure enough, the prune juice kicks in.
That's terrifying.
And I made that Tilt-A-Whirl car looked like that spin art, only all brown and gray.
No.
I shit everywhere.
Oh my god.
And then had to walk all the way home in these wet shit stained clothes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Cheapest medical bill ever.
And my dad was like, there you go, kid, you're better. Threw me in the shower. And then next day let me go back to the carnival.
Wow. I'm surprised you had the balls to go back.
I was 9 years old. I didn't care.
I still would have been mortified.
I'm more mortified now, I think, than I was then. But I'm just like, why? Because I didn't know what prune juice was good. All I know is it tasted nasty.
Nope.
Yeah.
Kind of like when my mom said, I called my mom because she was a nurse. And I was like, hey, Mom. It was like one of these college days where it was like one of my first real hangovers.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, hey, Mom, as a nurse, do you have any tips? And she's like, drink some milk. But she didn't tell me what it would do.
Yeah.
Because she's an asshole.
Yep.
And so, obviously, I threw up everywhere. And I felt better. But it would have been nice if she had told me beforehand so I would know to have a bowl on hand.
Yeah, right
that would have
nearby.
been super. Just saying.
Yeah, so that was one of my experiences at a carnival that I just, But
okay, my Tilt-A-Whirl experience was not as shitty as yours, pun totally intended.
Excellent.
But I had gone to the Richfield Carnival, and I went on the Tilt-A-Whirl. And I was by myself. And I'd been on it before, but sometimes, like, with the tight spinny things, I get a little sick, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to go on it, because it doesn't happen all the time. It's just every once in a while it gets a little intense, right?
Sure.
Especially when you get, like that really shitty one where it just keeps going really hard.
Yeah.
With no in-between
like
back and
they
forth.
greased the rails.
Oh. So, I went on it by myself, and I got one of the ones that was going to spin a lot, and I was like, oh my god, this is awful, right?
Yep.
Well, it was slow at that moment. Like, there wasn't a big line, the carnival wasn't kicking off really ready that much yet. So the ride guy was trying to do me a solid, and he let the thing run for fucking ever.
Of course.
So I literally, like, I'm brimming because I'm spinning so hard. I'm brimming. So he's trying to do me a solid, and I'm dying inside.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to survive at this point. And so I literally take the bar, and I literally pull myself down, so I'm wedged between the seats and the bar, and I'm just praying to God that the ride stops. I have my feet on the side, holding myself in so I don't fly out, because it was just freaking intense, and it was just not ending. And I was like, I'm going to die. And I'll just keep screaming, stop! Stop! And he's just like, faster! I'm like, no!
Faster,
and he
you got it!
just wraps it up. Yay. I'm like, I hate you! And he's like, I'm like, you're a fucking tool.
Probably most entertainment he'd had all week.
Oh my god, I was so mad.
There's some of those rides you don't like. I don't know if you remember the Gravitron.
I love the Gravitron.
You don't see that anymore.
I can do. Yeah, State Fair has one.
Does it? They still have it?
Yeah.
Because I remember back in the day,
it was Enterprise most of the time now,
but I remember back in the day, there was no belts or anything.
No, you don't need them.
Yeah, they just sucks you
awesome.
right to the wall, like because of centrifuge.
Because that one I can do because you can't see yourself spinning.
Yeah.
As long as you don't lift your head, I can do that one. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I used to love that.
That's really good. Yeah, that one's still.
I haven't seen one of those, so I guess I haven't been to the State Fair in forever.
I swear the fair's had one quite a few times. You just got it rotates in and out, I bet, but I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, that's, and then you get, like I said, you get the county fairs, which you get a lot of shows and stuff at a county fair, like
little kid shows
and racing and concerts,
big races, cow judging or whatever.
Depending on the area, and a lot of agricultural stuff, of course.
You know what I found out about cow shows? Not cow shows specifically, but just like livestock reward shows.
What's that?
Is that for some reason after your cow wins, you have to sell it.
Really?
Yeah, there's some weird stupid clause that they have where if your cow wins a certain whatever, like you have to sell it. And I'm like, well, that's stupid. That doesn't make any damn sense. I don't know.
That seems weird.
Someone told me that, and I'm not sure if it was Michelle, but I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So I almost want to Google it because that seems so odd. Because maybe that's by county or by state or whatever. But I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
I suppose
you
because
you'd re-enter him every year, and he would, I don't know.
Oh, I suppose the only thing I can think of is because that puts a higher value on the animal, and so you don't sit and sit on it like it's a stock market thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was dumbfounding. I was like, I'm kind of want to Google that because I'm like, really? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that is really weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up because I'm like, wait, what? I mean, yeah.
Well, and I will say the one thing we do have around here is Valley Fair.
Oh yeah, Valley Fair
is year round, and I'm sure it takes a pretty big dip when the state fair comes along.
Yeah, I think it's like pretty much almost like early spring to end of fall.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's like almost like a Six Flags, only a little bit smaller. You know, but that's I will tell you a story about that. Is my father brought me to the Valley Fair like once or twice, and I don't do roller coasters. I've never been a roller coaster kid. I was never a roller coaster guy. My dad, who at that time was in his late 50s, talked me. Had to talk me into going on the corkscrew.
Oh, you poor man!
And finally, I'm like, all right, I'll go. But here's my dad, who I've never seen. Very rarely see him do anything fun ever. Was like a 12-year-old kid on the when we went on the corkscrew.
That's so cute.
Because that was the first roller coaster in Minnesota that went upside down. It did the loop-de-loop.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I usually hated it. I did not hate the corkscrew.
Yeah, it feels a little more safe, so it's a little more like you're more like strapped in with the multiple pieces, so it seems less like I don't know, intimidating. I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know, and that's it's crazy because I didn't mind. We went on it twice, so. But yeah, like I said, he was like, I'd never seen him ride on any other ride ever. Maybe he did the Ferris wheel. I don't know.
Right.
But man, he did that corkscrew like twice in a row. He was jazzed.
That's super cute.
So.
Yeah, how often do we before we've known each other for a while, but before we knew each other, like how often would you go to like Renfest?
Oh, I'd try to go at least once, maybe twice a year.
Oh yeah? Yeah. See, that's how I'm about the fair, but Renfest was like once every like 5 or 6 for me.
I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I haven't probably gone to the state fair since the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, to me, the state fair it doesn't change that much to me. It's all kind of the same stuff.
No, I don't disagree with that. I do the same crap every time I go too. Yeah. So but that's because I'm a creature habit and I like that anyway.
Sure.
Like that's always the thing. It's nice that I can always get a pronto pup.
Yeah.
And always get a cheese curd from the same booth.
Well, and that is
so that gives me joy. But
this is a beautiful thing about Minnesota, though. Is like our state fair is like one of the most popular state fairs in the country.
It is. It's like in the top 8, isn't it?
Something like that. And so I mean, it's a huge deal. And our Renaissance Festival is the largest in the United States.
Is it really?
Not by space, but by population, by people going.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, down in Texas is actually larger by area, but we do way more people.
I didn't know that.
Way more.
That's actually really good cred.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. But, so, yeah, I last time I went to the state fair was with some friends of mine. And, yeah, to me it was, I'd gone a few times before, and it's like, it's literally the same thing for me.
Sure.
So I'm like, I'm not missing out on anything.
It's actually kind of cool, because I just met a new friend, and she works at one of the booths, and this is like her 3rd year doing it. And so I had the honor of going and... that sounds a little sarcastic, the honor. But I really felt honored to go and help her kind of open up the booth and kind of clean it up for the season and that kind of stuff. And I think what shocked me the most was just the culture, because we did, it was just me and her and a friend of hers, and we did the thing and whatever.
Right.
But then we went to talk to some of her friends who were at, like, the campgrounds where the employees, like, live.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, I mean, I knew people like lived there on the during the season, but I didn't know to what extent.
Yeah.
So when I started to go down there was so many places to be for the employees to like pick up their plots and their little places to put up their tents and their campers and their whatever. And I was in shock about how much work goes into just doing that part.
Yeah.
Not even working, not even getting your booth ready, but just the setting up your campsite. Like, some people have to redo their wood foundations of, like, the platforms they put their tents. It was insane how much work went into just doing that.
Well, the Renaissance Festival does kind of that same thing, because the vendors and everybody will camp out the whole weekend that they're there.
Yeah, I just had no clue that Renfest did that.
And I think some of them, especially the bigger ones who have campers, have stayed there all week.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Yeah,
but I just didn't really. It never really clicked in my psyche that
sure.
Because you see it in real life and you go, oh. Yeah. So I actually talked about it in a YouTube that I did that I'm putting up next week, because I was just like, the culture shock was just like, what?
Well, and it is its own culture.
It is. It was insane. Like, hearing them talk shop and whatever, I was just sitting there going.
it's probably it's just a couple of steps up than literally running away with Carnival.
Yeah.
Which I almost did, by the way.
Oh, I remember that.
When I had come back from Washington State, I was just before I lived in Elk River, and I was commuting here to Sandy's to work, which is a heck of a trip.
Yeah.
And they had a fair out there, or a carnival out there that I'd went to, and the guy offered me like $100 to come back and help him break down one of the rides. And I'll take $100. Goddamn right.
Yeah.
So I helped break down the carousel, and he was talking about how they need truck drivers, and I'm like, I got a CDL.
Cool.
And he's like, yeah, you should call this guy, and you travel around. It's great when you're a driver because you sleep in your own truck. You don't have to share a tent or anything. And I'm like, I literally run away with Carnival.
That's super cool.
And I put some serious thought into it, and I'm like, I'm just getting settled here.
Right.
I should probably not.
I feel like I was given the gift, and this is the gift I was given, and I'm not gonna now that I'm older and I may one day come close to retirement, I'm like, maybe I'll run away with a circus when I retire. I could see that for you for sure.
Yeah, maybe I'll just screw it, and
because then you can still enjoy life a little bit, make some money, but still be like on the clock, but still having a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah, that sounds really good.
So that may be something too. You never know.
What's like some of your favorite stuff at Renfest that you look forward to every year?
Renaissance Festival is a kind of unique for me. The people watching is beyond compare.
I love the outfits.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love the outfits.
And the latest trend over the last few years, and a lot of people are annoyed, but I absolutely love it, is these young people that come dressed in Star Trek uniforms.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they come and like they have been displaced from time from Star Trek into this Renaissance world.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Yeah.
Now that you put it that way, that gives me such fire for excitement to see that. That makes so much sense, and how fun is that idea?
Yeah.
That's that's dumbfounding. That's so good.
And the characters at Renfest especially
Brian,
will play right
idea.
into it.
Oh my god.
Because if you're not in costume, or if you're in a different costume, or you're not in a they don't care.
No, fantasy is fantasy.
Yeah, they want you out there, and they want you having fun.
Yeah.
You can literally go out there and accept, I think the tickets are $20-some now.
Oh, they're so reasonable.
But after that, you can fucking walk around and not spend a dime, and nobody cares.
Nope. All the shows are free.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just buy a drink or a food every now and again.
And,
outstanding.
And so the people watching is paramount. It's number one.
Agree.
And just the characters that are paid to be there, the actors and the shows, the jugglers, how they have taken a form of entertainment that hasn't been done in ever, and make it entertaining.
Yeah, I think it was kind of interesting because I think different places get different pay grades.
Yeah.
But I know, like, my friend, when she works the booth, it's a volunteer thing.
Yeah.
All they get paid is tips.
Yeah.
That's their money. They don't make an hourly wage. Nothing.
But they can camp out there, and they get to learn meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
And
But,
it's an experience.
it was just interesting how everything's different depending on what you do.
Yep.
But just I'm not surprised they don't get paid because it is just, it's set up that way for you to enjoy the environment.
Yeah.
It's the excitement of the experience.
Yep.
So it's like being an actor for fun, but better, because it's part of your, kind of like your subconscious being. It's like, oh, I get to be someone I want to be.
Yeah. Well, then you get the acts like Puke and Snot, who have been out there forever, and they're huge. They get paid pretty well.
Yeah.
One of them.
I know not everyone.
One of them passed away a few years ago, but they continued on with, I believe, his son. But I'm not positive.
Yeah, I don't know who took over. The odd thing was too is the guy they initially, my friend told me the story, was that the guy that initially hired, I think he broke his hip.
Oh.
I think it was either a week or days before it opened. I don't know how many years ago this was, but he fell off the stage by accident.
Oh.
And he shattered his hip.
Ouch.
Shattered. And it was an artificial hip. And he shattered it.
Oh.
And the people were like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
It was just, even the doctors were like, how?
Yep.
This thing's made out of what, titanium? Like, you broke it. You shattered it.
How?
You didn't break
How the hell
it.
did you do that?
Yeah, so I think the other guy, not the dead one, but there was some other guy who had to come back and sub for a while till he, so I was like, man, for how many people have to come in and out of this realm, it's kind of like, man, you do what you gotta do, but...
Well, the other thing I love about the Renaissance Festival, and the one thing I do like about the State Fair, is unique items that you can buy.
Yes.
That you just can't buy anywhere.
I walked by the dagger booth, and it said daggers, and I just about peed.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, dude!
Not a lot of places you can go and buy a handmade sword or dagger, or and they're handmade. It's not like they're pressed out by a machine.
I was like, I had a wee of a time opening up this booth because she gave me this amazing tour of the grounds in her car, so we could drive around the whole fest in a car. And I felt like a princess. I was like, hello public.
Hello.
I get to see every bit of my kingdom before I leave. I didn't tell her that, but that's how I felt.
And that is one of the things I love about Renfest, too, is the fact that you become part of the show.
Yes.
They include you. It's, the State Fair and the people there are wonderful. But they're there because they're trying to make a living by selling their wares.
Yeah.
At the Renfest, it's the same thing, but they include you in the immersion of the place.
Right. They act like you belong there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I absolutely love. And beer cheese soup.
Oh, I always have that there.
Yeah, I always have the beer cheese soup.
I always have that. I had that, and there was they have these special popovers. I had those for the first time last year.
Oh,
the apple ones were
good.
Oh my god! I never knew you could do that.
Yeah. Everybody says the turkey leg, but I'm all about. I'm with you.
So
Popovers
I'm not a
beer cheese.
meat on a bone kind of person.
Yeah.
It's too much work. I'm not into it.
You just like the bone?
Yes, please.
Yeah. All right.
I was making a joke earlier with some of the youngins earlier. They're like 24. Don't freak out. But I was talking about how I had mentioned somebody that I hadn't seen in a while. I was like, oh my god, I should text so and so about it was Jeremy and Nolan. I was like, Jeremy and Nolan, I haven't seen them in months. So I was gonna text them and be like, hey guys, I miss you, and put it in like the group text. And then I got super busy because all these high school kids came in.
Right.
And so one of their other friends, Connor, called and was like, hey, is the kitchen still open? I was like, oh yeah, dude, absolutely. I was like, I just got done getting gangbanged by a bunch of high schoolers, so they've cleared out, so I got room for you now. And so basically I was just saying, like, it's so weird how you'll like think of somebody and then they just manifest. And I was like, how often that happens to us all the time.
Well, especially
here?
when you're talking about a gangbang.
I know.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And so I made the joke of like, hey, I prayed for something and you showed up, so when they came to the restaurant, I walked up to them and said, well, I asked and you came, so now I looked at the sky and I said, now God, if I could now have a man with a well-endowed, happy place and some money, that'd be super.
Well, you got it half right. I'm here.
I don't know, sorry. So I was like, okay, guys, now you asked for something. Because apparently I'm getting everything I want today.
Yeah, damn.
So that was where I went with that story. I know it was a long way to get to it, but yep.
Yeah.
I'm so catty.
Now, are you going? Are you going to go to the Red Fest with us this year?
I did sign up in the group chat. Yes.
You did? Okay. I was pretty sure you had, but
I'm still convincing my sister because it's still kind of financially tight for us. So I told her, I was like, yeah.
We went, 2 years? Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years
I had to
ago.
bail last minute because it got a little flaky last year, and I didn't want to cramp some of the people's style because I didn't really we weren't close, so I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, I'll be the fifth wheel. I didn't want to do that, so I just bailed.
Yeah, Sebastian's excited for us. He's our cook or kitchen
I
manager.
had such a great time with you and him 2 years ago too. That was fantastic.
Yeah, he was going on and on about how much fun he had, and I'm like, we just basically, me and him kind of walked around. But then me, you, and Kristin and Carrie went out to dinner. I'm like, oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
I'm trying to convince her to go. I'm not sure what her work schedule looks like yet because she's having a job switch, so that's part of it too. So, but
did she listen to us?
What?
Did she?
No.
Can't get your damn sister.
No, it's kind of like one of those things, if it's not in your radar right now, it's not in your radar right now.
I know. I just like to give, but see, now I know how much shit I can give her without her knowing it.
Oh, that's fair.
That's
Little
all.
bunny foo-foo hopping through the fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Her nickname's Thumper. That's the joke, so.
Yeah.
Thumper.
I'm not going to have the money this year. I wish I did because I want to get a full costume.
Oh, I know you wanted to do that when you talked about 2 years ago. You were trying to do that.
And I couldn't get out there last year. And this year I'm like, I've got money, I've got this. Well, then I ended up having to have little expenditures that have kind of left me not quite as well off as I'd hoped.
Oh, right.
But
Kevin, you said you had money. What the fuck?
No, I didn't.
No, I said, money and well endowed. You said you only had one of those.
Yeah, I only had one of those.
You always say how tiny you are. Don't give me that crap. Everyone knows that. They listen to this.
I'm also a liar.
Oh. Okay, continue on.
But yeah, I've always wanted to get it into a full costume, so
yeah,
I'm sure that'll happen sooner.
I know.
I this had to have been about 6-7 years ago maybe. Me and my girlfriend at the time went, and I was at the same time 100% completely amused and yet kind of disturbed all at the same time.
Okay, that sounds pretty normal for us.
Because there was a woman dressed up as a unicorn.
Okay.
A fetish unicorn.
Okay.
She was completely covered.
Uh-huh.
But a bondage, furry unicorn style.
Uh-huh.
With her trainer with the reins.
Sure, seen that before. Sure.
And all the little girls surrounding her, telling her what a pretty unicorn she was.
Aww.
Is amusing and precious. But knowing the fact that that's not that outfit was designed for going to the Renaissance Festival was a little creepy.
Sure, I get that.
I was just like, and I was in awe and stunned and amused and slightly disgusted all at the same time, and I'm just staring at this couple with all these little kids running around them going, I hope you're good people. I really hope you're good people.
I hope you're taking this in stride, young lady.
Because I don't want to have to read how little children became missing from the Renaissance Festival and were stolen by a unicorn.
Oh. Well, I'm sure she dressed up and was mentally prepared for the question and answer.
Yes, and
sure
the
she
children
took it
don't know. The children are innocent. They don't.
Yeah, but
all they know is.
I'm sure she played along in a proper manner.
And she really did. And I'm not degrading this lady in any way or shaming her in any way, because she was very, very nice with the kids, and her outfit was nice. She had the hooves and.
Love that.
And the everything. It's just like I'm just like That you did not buy that for the Renaissance Festival. I know for a fact.
I've seen a nice, beautiful black Mustang at the Fetish Club before. That's just outstanding.
Yeah. So that's why, as an adult, and that's what I love about the Renaissance Festival is you can see something like that and you know exactly what's going on and you don't even think about it.
No.
And almost 90% of the women out there are wearing corsets with their
bosoms half out,
bosoms just exploding out the top.
I love it.
And half as when I was much younger going there wasn't even that much ogling because it's like, yeah, that's where we're at. It's really strange how, yeah, it's beautiful. It's many times it is sexy, but you're on such a weird mode at the Renaissance Festival that you're like, hey, that looks cool. I'm gonna go get a turkey leg.
Yeah,
you know.
You take a moment to, hey, that's a really great outfit.
Yeah.
Instead of, wow, look at the tits on that girl.
Yeah, look at the honkers on her.
Yeah, that's not, your mind doesn't go there.
Or vice versa with the tight leather pants for the guys.
Yes, that's my favorite when it's like Peter Pan. I'm like,
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So I mean, it does go both. Again, that's another thing I love about it is it goes both ways out there. There's no.
Yes.
There's no one way or the other.
There's some hot men with kilts too, just like
I kind of want a kilt.
Yeah, I know you.
I don't know if I have the legs for it though. I really don't.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It
not
goes
really.
below your knee most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, the kilt will too.
Women are more calves kind of forward anyway.
That's true.
If you got calves, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But yeah, so I wouldn't mind a kilt. I'd wear it here to work.
I'm not surprised by that either.
I had no problem with it.
No.
I wore a slave Leia outfit. A kilt ain't gonna matter.
My God, yeah, that was ballsy. I was impressed.
Yeah.
That was still a brag part. Oh, that was awesome.
So it's the tights. I get it. If anybody's listening out there, make tights for us big guys, will ya?
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's somebody. They have to be.
Oh, there's gotta be.
They have to be somewhere.
I just couldn't find one in time.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was tight. Oh, it just crunching the chicken nuggies.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe garter belt for you might be better.
What?
Instead of full tights, garter belts that only go up to your upper thigh would be.
Oh, for the kilt.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like
Well, you said big tights.
I was on the slave layout outfit for some reason. I'm like, what? No.
Yeah, I just figured instead of full tights, it'd be easier for you to do.
Oh yeah, the kilt I could do. Yeah, the knee socks, but I'm just like, I suppose I could.
Sorry, I thought that was like in context. I'm sorry.
But my brain wasn't in that context.
My bad. I do that a lot. Squirrel.
It's all lacy.
Yeah. Men. We're men in tights.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, damn.
Yeah. Creativity.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm open, but come on. Wow.
Pigtails are next. Pigtail way. Hell yeah.
Shit.
Oh, hello. My name is Hansel.
Hansel?
But you have pigtails in it and be like, oh, dear God.
I am from Switzerland.
Right? It is such a nice day. Where's you want to touch my accordion? It's like, oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's so
Speaking
wrong.
of dressing up, we are doing a karaoke show with a theme on August 20th for...
Yes, we are.
We're doing what, cowboy?
Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West.
Wild,
That's
Wild
probably
West.
more accurate. I would love it if someone did like the black outfit, like from Wild Wild West that like Will Smith wore.
Oh, if I could afford it, I would.
You know, the black chaps,
Yeah.
the black everything.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, hot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. It's gonna be fun.
I wish I had overalls that fit still. I tried to buy some from the Plus store, and they looked awful.
Yeah.
It was so bad. I had to return them. I'm like, nope, that looks awful.
I do have a pair of overalls at home, but
I had one in high school that were actually really cute.
I was hoping if I had the money, I was going to get a bowler hat and come as the old-fashioned bartender with the garter on the shoulder, the white shirt, the garter, the bowler hat.
Oh, yeah, that would be cute.
I was not able to do that, so I'm coming just as a cowboy.
Yeah, the normal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just probably wore the same stuff I wore to the rodeo. I just don't have cowboy boots because I never cared to finance that.
That's what I do like about it is I got the jeans, so
Well, you can almost just wear black combat boots and have it count nowadays, too.
That's kind of what
I
I'm
usually
working
do.
with.
I got some Harley biker boots I just wear with my jeans.
Yeah, I'm going to hopefully get my replica pistol and holster and, my black vest and white shirt and nice little one of them little. I don't know if I want to go with the string tie or if I want to go the what do they call it?
I don't know what they're called.
I don't know. Yeah, the handkerchief tie, or I might just go with a bandana in case I'm going to rob the train on the way to work.
Right. Yeah. One year I was doing a sheriff outfit, and I probably still have like the sheriff accessories I could probably add to my cowboy outfit.
Oh.
Because I did that one year.
I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't find a sheriff's badge because. When you're behind the bar, you're kind of the sheriff of the bar.
Yeah. Really, that would have been super cool to do the bolo thing. That would have been awesome. Yeah. That would have been really cute. Be like, what can I get for you? Yeah. Sarsaparilla?
Yeah. Keep one of the mugs aside, just rub a rag in it all day.
Yes! I actually did that doing the wine glasses today because I was so fed up with the water spots.
Yeah.
That I was taking a napkin and I was like doing the swirly on the inside.
Just sit there the whole night with a mug in my hand, just cleaning it with one rag.
Oh my god, that's actually really funny. I like that.
But yeah, that's the time of year we have here in Minnesota. It's in this area especially, it's a lot of the festivals, a lot of the those are the big ones. And we'll be good again until the wintertime when, the winter carnival comes along.
I'm surprised that you're not really a concert guy, right?
Not overly, no.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, if you've never gone to the fair in so long, like, since you're not a concert guy, I thought that would have at least driven you once or twice to see someone in concert that they had that you liked.
The last person I saw at concert at the State Fair was Weird Al Yankovic.
I see him every year he comes to the fair.
An absolutely amazing show.
Yeah, every year I go that he comes. I think he shows up maybe every 3 or 4 years.
And when we were out, technically, I guess that's the second time I almost ran away with Carnival.
Really?
Yeah, because they had his driver there for a semi-truck to load the equipment on right away after the show because they had to go to, I believe, Milwaukee.
Sure, sounds about right.
And after the concert, the driver was just standing around waiting for everybody to get out of there. And I sat and talked to him. He handed me his card and said, yeah, give us a call. We're always looking for drivers. It's a great, you get in with one of these, I've been with Weird Al now for, like, I think he said 10 or 15 years.
Wow.
And he says, every tour they call me up. And I'm like, all right, load the truck up. And he'll drive, anywhere from 5 to 10 hours. And then he's done for 24 hours, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the Taylor Swift bonuses? I know everyone did.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, so
I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but almost every interview I see and everything I read about her, I'm like, God, I like that chick.
Yeah,
I hate her music, but I like her.
For people who are behind on the pop culture, so Taylor Swift went through here a couple weeks ago with her Eras tour, and she's been touring for a while. And this is, I think they said this is a record-breaking tour.
Yeah. That
it's going to make the most money that any tour has ever made. That they're going to clear $1 billion for this whole tour because, like, I think when she went to Cali, she spent 6 days just in Cali. She spent 2 here. Anyway, so it just came out that she had given her semi-truck drivers a $100,000 bonus to each driver.
She spent $55 million on bonuses alone for everybody from the sound guy down to the truck drivers. And the truck drivers, they each got $100,000 each.
Yeah, which is super amazing.
And with a concert like that, you're talking that's at least 10 trucks.
Yeah.
So that's $1 million right there.
I think they said she had 50.
Or 10, yeah.
I think they said she had 50 semis.
Yeah. Oh, that probably could be.
It was insane. Like, it's how much set it was. It was super big like that.
Yeah. So I think that is absolutely awesome.
Yeah. That blew my mind. I was like, wow.
Because and I think most people should, because there wouldn't be a concert if it weren't for the drivers.
There wouldn't be a lot of things if it weren't for drivers.
Yeah.
They run this. They help the world go around more than we realize.
Yeah, well, interesting statistic. It's a theory, I guess, technically, because it's never been proven. But if every semi-truck in the United States shut down right now, within 3 days, there'd be nothing in the grocery stores.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
And there'd be anarchy.
Yep.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind, kids. next time you pull up and try and cut off a semi-truck that, it takes about a football field to stop and will crush you like an ant.
That's my favorite is when I watch these, like, YouTube videos and people do the brake check, and it's like, you realize I'm gonna kill you and it's not my fault, right? Yeah. Because there's literally, it's like stopping in front of a train. It's kind of like the trains. Science.
Yep.
Trains can't just stop.
That's exactly right.
Like, that's just not the science doesn't work.
And if they're fully loaded, they're at 80,000 pounds.
Yeah.
You're dead, period.
Yeah. I mean, that was like one of the, what was it? Oh, what star was it? I think it was like her mom and dad were killed by getting hit by a semi because they smashed into the back of it.
Oh, yeah.
And so because, and then they obviously didn't do well, like their top halves didn't do so hot. So that's why they have the bars behind the semis.
DOT bumpers.
Yeah, so that's why those were installed, just because of that star's parents. Can't remember who it was. It wasn't like Drew Barrymore, but it was like someone really big.
Something like that.
It's not Judy Garland either, but you know what I mean? It's like one of the big uns, and her parents died that way. And she was in the back seat, and she lived.
I was at almost a dead stop because I was making a right turn in my semi-truck.
Yeah.
And I had a pickup truck with a trailer hauling 2 riding lawnmowers slam into me at about 50 miles an hour and demolished the front end of that truck.
Oh, yeah.
I barely had a dent in my DOT bumper.
Right. That's why, like, when you hit a deer, it just explodes. Yeah. It's like, blah, blah!
It's the
it's
amazing.
New splat ball game. It's a yep, done.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, don't road rage these guys. It's just A, you're being a dick, and B, don't die.
And if they're hauling like a carnival ride, stay away from them because they're crazy. They will you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are nuts.
Don't fuck with my living. That's another deal.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, anyways, I guess on that note, is there anything you would like to add about our new festival season?
Yay! I'm ready.
I'm excited.
I'm budgeting, but I'm still going to go to some stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling.
I'm just reeling it in a little, that's all.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at right now.
Reeling it.
But definitely excited for Renaissance Festival this year.
Yeah, I'm going to go. So. I'm definitely going.
All right, well, I think then, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I bid you an adieu. Yay!